My God, today it is hot, people. What is up, beautiful people? This is Marilfa and I'm back with another piece of content of MCJ's Art Studio. For those who are new to the channel, you are now landing on a page where you get to see the life and everything else that evolves around it of a contemporary artist. Now that I got your attention, and before I even continue with today's video, subscribe and like this channel. By subscribing, you will always be updated on any new videos that I will be posting on this channel. And when you like the video, you're pushing it even further into YouTube world. Listen, y'all, if you see me fanning, that's because it's crazy hot. It's 31 Celsius. Now you make the calculations what that is in degrees and Fahrenheit, but here in the NL, the Netherlands, it's 31 Celsius. By the way, I'm fanning with my notebook. And as you can see, it has the painting Emerge. If you want to have this notebook, go to my web shop and there you can have it. I ship pretty much anywhere to the world. As you might have seen in the beginning of the video, I finally finished the painting. I am so happy for the fact that the painting is finished. It's here on the coffee table, drying. Listen, I live in a very small apartment. I do not have a lot of space. He's here on the coffee table, drying and kind of, you know, breaking the air with the fumes. So if I pass out, then you know why it is. So what you just witnessed is me varnishing the painting, and that is basically one of the last steps in the whole process. Now you could continue the process by making photos and putting the photos online and selling your artwork, which is exactly what I'm going to do. But this is one of the last steps when it comes to finishing the whole artwork. The only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is my initials, because you do not really see them. It's really dark. So I think I'm gonna go over it with an acrylic pen and make sure that you will see the initials and it will pop, okay? Popping, she needs to pop, 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 pop. Okay, but anyway, I am still king number 2. I am so happy for it. When I showed the muse on this painting, when I showed him the end result, I got a very positive feedback from that, and that is of course great. It is great. The reason why I'm so happy about that is because it's hard to be painting people that you know, because somebody can be looking at the painting and they are like, I don't know what you were doing, sis, but that ain't me. So it always is kind of tricky when you say, well, I would like to use you as my muse and I would like to paint you, and have people see themselves on a painting forever. So I was really happy with his response, and yeah, finally it is done. Now I don't want to sit here and complain about the whole process, how long it was and how many months it took me. And listen, there are enough videos here on this platform to tell you why it took this long. I'm pointing here above to the link where you can see what I've been through, one of the situations that I've been through with this particular page. It was a long process, but in any process, there's something that you can learn, right? When you come to this page, listen, when you come to this channel, when you come to this page, you get something to learn. You learn something. The thing that I have learned from this process is sometimes you just have to ride the wave out. You just have to ride it out. I was pretty much in a funk, and the first half year, and we're actually past the half year because we're already in July, the 7th month of this year. I was pretty much in a funk. Things were not really going the way that I was expecting and planning them to go. And it also shows me that, listen, you're still a human being. You're still dealing with things that can happen in your personal life. Not being satisfied, not being content. Even if you do everything according to planning, or want to do everything according to planning. And I got beat up by Covida, which we will talk about later. That bitch. I was actually really determined to finish it, just to finish this painting. Finish it. It's on, period. And eventually you just have to make a decision of what it is that you would like to see happening. You can continue things and just continue the work and continue working at your goal even when you're riding out the wave, the funk, when things are going bad. Yes, there will be moments that you're just in a standstill and you just do not have the energy. You do not have the energy to be pushing along. But you still can continue. Even when you're not content, you still can continue even if things are not going exactly the way that you're going. You still can continue even if it's not according to your Outlook agenda plan, okay? Even if Outlook is giving you that reminder and you don't want to do it, you still can continue. Don't keep on pressing the button dismiss. Don't do it. And it just gives you that confidence, the feeling of, okay, I'm getting control over it again. I'm getting control over myself again. I'm getting control over my creative flow again. And I don't want to make it sound, I don't want to make it sound as if it's just willpower, right? People are talking about, you gotta have the willpower. You gotta have the willpower. Without the willpower, you can't do anything. But willpower is not everything. It's just one of the many aspects in the whole process that will help you get along. So even if I was in the funk, and I know for myself that if I bite myself into something, I can finish anything. Even if I fall down, fail, I will get up, learn, and succeed. Willpower is not everything. It's not all that people make it to be, okay? She's not always given. It is not always the case that people can build on pure motivation, or people can build on being positive all the time, or people can build on having a positive energy. All of those elements can still put you in a funk. All of those elements can still not be enough for you to keep it pushing. It cannot be. So Marilva, what is the key? What is the thing that you can give to me as an artist, or as a creative, or just as a person, you know, just in daily life? What is it that you can bring to me? Bring it on. Well, the thing that I can bring to you is that you constantly, just like getting up, brushing your teeth, and taking a shower, and having breakfast, and having all of the other routines in your life, you need to have a routine. You need to have a routine. You need to stick to the routine. You need to stick to the plan. I know, I just said it. Sometimes we deviate from the plan, but it doesn't mean that you throw the plan into the trash. What it means is that the plan is there to give you structure. The plan is there to push you along, and the plan is there to make you succeed. It's our own actions, our own behavior, we as people, our own patterns that, you know, in which we fail. But having a routine, having your structure, having an organization will actually help you just to pick up where you left. So you might not gonna like this answer. You definitely gonna not like this answer, but you really just have to stick to the agenda. Okay, stick to it. But anyway, I hope that that will help you when you are in a funk, or you are going through certain things. I'm just really happy that he is here on the coffee table, drying and funking up my place. He's really funking up my place. Listen, I'm trying to play cute, but I'm really struggling with the smell of varnish. I don't know. Are there any painters here on this channel? Any painters? Now you already know what I'm talking about, because the varnish, whew, Jesus. I already opened up a window, but the smell of varnish is pretty. She is heavy. She's heavy, y'all. She's heavy. Stay hydrated. Okay, but the other thing that I wanted to talk about basically is that I want to create an affordable series. Gosh, there's so many things that I want to create, but that's great. That's great, because that means that the juices are flowing and the creativity is back, and I'm ready to keep it going. Pieces that are a little bit smaller. I definitely want to do that. And it also allows people that are not capable of affording the art that I have been creating so far to get access towards my art at a lower range. It is also a way for me to challenge myself to create art that is not as expensive as the art that I have here right now. I do believe that for any artist, you or creative or whatever it is that you're producing or giving to people, not everybody has that budget, and you get to choose whether you want to, yes or no, whether you want to comply to that yes or no. I do believe that it is a great thing to have a couple of pieces that are affordable pieces, and allow people also to start their journey as an art collector at that particular price point that you want to set for yourself. I am not here to debate what the right price point is. I'm just here to tell you what my perspective on it is. So if you have a price point that is at 500, maybe 500 euros is your lowest price point. Maybe 300 euros is your lowest price point. Maybe 150 euros is your lowest price point. You get to determine that for yourself. You get to do that, okay? You have the right to do so. So I see it as a way for people just to get access towards my art and also enjoy that at a lower price point. Another reason why I want to create a couple of affordable art pieces is because art can be intimidating for people, believe it or not. Even for me, as I started this professional journey of being an artist and creating art pieces and putting myself out there and joining into art expos, but also creating my own art expos, it can be a very daunting thing, because if you are new to this arena and you join in, you step in, it can be very daunting, right? Because who tells you what the right price is? Who tells you that this is what it is that you need to invest into? Who tells you that this is quality art? Who tells you all of that? And I think I made a video about that on my Instagram profile, and if I find it, I will link it to this video. But my perception about this is that you really have to go with your feeling. I have a post that I also posted on the Instagram and also on my Facebook page, and there I say go with your heart. Go with your heart, and at the same time, it is an investment, okay? It is an investment. When artists make it available for people to have affordable art at any price point that an artist determines what it is, not what you get to determine as a collector, it allows for them to also introduce people to that particular arena of being an art collector, of enjoying art. And in most cases, it starts with something really small, really simple, and what you will see is that people will build themselves up to bigger pieces, you know, more expensive pieces, and really go for the culture, basically. Going for the culture, going for something that will elevate and also just sprouts up your interior, your lifestyle, your art lifestyle. So yeah, you heard it here first. I will be busy making some affordable pieces, and I hope that you are going to like them and also buy them, invest into them. It's a great way to start small, especially if you're like, I want to collect art, but most of the pieces are just really pricey. Well, I will make it my mission to have a couple of them that are at a lower price range, that are also accessible that are also accessible to people that have a smaller budget. But listen, this is something that I definitely want to stress, and really want to stress in this particular matter. What I sometimes see is that people are attacking other people for what the price is, and I think that this particular TikTok right here is a good example of what my reaction would be on the inside.
I give you the price, that's the price. That's what I'm charging. Well, ooh, that's steep. Well, ooh, you ain't ready to be over here yet. Ooh, you ain't ready to be over here. You probably need to go back to a low budget land where you're happiest.
Like, period. Period. The price is the price. So, listen. Covida, I'm looking for you, bitch. I think now almost 2 weeks back, I got caught up in the COVID. And to be quite honest with you, I was actually pretty shook. I was very shook by it, because I have been able to get through the whole this whole pandemic, without having any symptoms, without having any complaints, you know, and boom, there I was, caught up by Covida and her hands. She threw her fists on me. If you see Covida, tell her that I'm looking for her. No, I mean, all jokes to aside, it wasn't funny at that particular moment. It was not funny at that particular moment when I had it. It actually happened about 1, 2, 3 days after the artwork, the final of me having the art workshop and everything. So it just started out as a really heavy flu. That's the way that I can describe it. It's the flu, but then heavier. And very random when it comes to the symptoms it has. I started to have a full body ache, and it just felt like I was beaten up. Then I started to have a headache, and then everything just went downhill. It went downhill. I even remember that particular night, when I had those symptoms and they were really heavy, I started crying. In the past, I have dealt with migraines, and from time to time, I can deal with a migraine, but they're never that heavy as they used to be when I was a teenager. And I would get some pretty nasty migraines. But this one, y'all, this one was really heavy. It was so heavy that I couldn't open up my eyes and my head was banging. I just started crying and I was like, okay, this is just not good. It's not good. The one thing that I'm really happy for is that my sinuses did not flare up. So I was able to breathe, but I was not able to taste. And I think that is one of the most common symptoms people will talk about, losing their taste. Another symptom that I had was my appetite. My appetite just disappeared. And that's normal when you have the flu, but this is not a regular flu. When I tell you my appetite left the building, she left the building and she did not come back. It is back, but certain foods are not sitting well with me, and I don't want to be TMI. It has to do with bowel movements. I think I said enough. It's just really weird what COVID has brought to life into people. From very extreme, cases where people are just dead. And I don't want to say it that crass, but I mean, the people are dead. And really light cases of people just not having any symptoms, but still testing positive for COVID. And the reason why I wanted to test for COVID is because I was hearing about the fact that people were getting it and it was rampant again. I have been in an environment where there were a lot of people, and still I wasn't really expecting it. But when you get that gut feeling that tells you, listen, it might be that. I did the self-test and unfortunately it was exactly that. So I've been sick. Okay, COVID kicked my booty. She definitely did. I feel a lot better right now. I still notice that I'm coughing a lot of, mucus and things like that. So that is not completely the same. My taste buds are still not really completely working the way I know they can work. And listen, I'm a Caribbean girl, so I need some taste in my mouth. But it's a lot better than before. I was actually pretty scared that it would not really get back to normal because it was taking quite some time. But it's there. So still coughing, still, dealing with my taste, but still dealing with appetite. Really weird. I cannot eat certain foods as they tend to make me feel a certain way or they produce something else. Again, TMI. So I'm just happy that, we went through that. And, the best thing that you can do is just ride it out. There's nothing else that you can do. What I did do is that instead of having my vitamin C once a day, I have my vitamin C twice a day. Stay hydrated. Another thing that I also did is, just juices, fresh juices, or at least have someone else go to the store and get some fresh juices because I couldn't do it. But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that you can do at that particular moment. There's nothing else that you can do. You just have to ride it out. But Covida, bitch, listen, I'm done with you. I don't ever want to see you again. Okay? Because I'm going to throw these on you. Okay, that is it. That is all for this video of today. Do not forget to subscribe and like this video. Subscribe to the channel. In that way, you are being updated on new videos that I'm posting on this platform. And when you like the videos, you are pushing the videos even further into the YouTube world. That means more people get to see it. I get to create more videos. And listen, I'm on my way to 1,000 subs. No questions asked. Okay, no questions asked. This is not a debate. 1,000 subs. So that means not only you need to subscribe to this channel, your mommy, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your nephew, your dog, your cat. Okay, take them, pause, and make an account and let them subscribe to it again. Do it. And for those who are already subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And also the fact that you're liking and watching the videos, I appreciate it because I see how much it helps. I see the change. I see the difference, and it doesn't go unnoticed. I'm really, really happy for that. Really, really happy for that. Okay, well, that is it. That is all. I'm gonna sweat it out for the rest of the day, and I will see you another time. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.